Okay, so we are live, and I have never done one of these before. I'm actually in Paisley's room, and I didn't clean it before I came in here, sorry, but we don't have an office, and it's the one place in our house right now that's a little bit quiet. So I just wanted to say, like, how excited, first of all, I am to jump on here with all of you guys and to just share a little bit of my heart and what it is that I do for those of you who don't know me, so my name's Abby, and I am the last person who should be giving you guys a webinar on how to be a health and fitness coach and influencer via social media, because I did not do social media at all up until I was a coach. I have no background in it, and I'm really introverted. I'm from a small town. So again, not something that like you would say, oh my gosh, she's going to make it big. But what I will tell you is that this opportunity has changed our lives. It's changed me as a person from the inside out. It has changed our family situation. It has grown me in confidence in ways that I cannot even put into words. And it is my job, it is my joy to share that, to pay it forward, to share it with other women who are looking to make changes. And 4 years ago, if you rewind, I was a full-time working mom. And I was working at my dream job. I was a higher education professional. It's what my master's is in. I was a college recruiter, the assistant director of admissions at my alma mater, a job that I had worked really hard for and I adored. But I had my son, who was 4 at the time. And the longer that I worked, he was that kid who was always sick in daycare. He was that kid who really struggled catching every little thing. And I traveled for work. I was really busy. And even though it was the best job ever, I felt this pull on my heart. And if you rewind back a little bit further, I had stumbled into the 21 Day Fix. A girl in one of those moms, like what to expect when you're expecting message groups, had invited me to try it. I had no idea what the coaching opportunity was. I didn't even know there was a business. I thought she was just being nice and might get a little bit of a commission. But basically what happened is that I jumped into what I now know is called a challenge group or a virtual boot camp. Sorry. And I lost all the baby weight and then some. I had always been that girl who was wandering around the gym, not really getting the results that I wanted. I didn't know how to stick to my nutrition well. I felt like once I got pregnant, I was always just going to have that mom bod, whatever that means. That's what I was going to have. And I was kind of resigned to that fact. After I had Caleb, he was a little bit of a surprise for us. So I actually had to go back to work. If you hear Paisley crying behind me, I think Caleb just knocked him over. Sorry about that. I had to go back to work when she was 6 weeks old, or he was 6 weeks old. Mom brain here. Oh my gosh. And I needed to lose the baby weight. We were not broke, but we had just bought a house. My husband was working full-time and in paramedic school full-time nights and weekends. I was working full-time, so we didn't have any extra time or extra money. And so I jumped in and I was like, perfect, I can work out for 30 minutes a day. This will be what I need to get results. And so I did. I just kind of kept trucking through. I wasn't honestly a super active participant in our boot camp, but I loved the results that I was getting. And I remember about a year or so later thinking, people always share their recipes on Instagram. I wasn't a huge Instagram user, but I was like, I bet they do there. So I searched the hashtag and I stumbled upon my mentor. I totally creeped her page for about 3 months. Didn't like anything, didn't comment on anything. Thank God there weren't Instagram stories at the time, because she probably would have seen me creeping on her there. But I just watched, and she really showed me this whole other possibility that I had no idea, which was the business side. And that is the part that just lights my soul on fire, because my life has changed since signing up. So I literally signed up. I didn't know anything, but I was like, you know what? If she can do this, I can do this. And all I want to do is make one mama feel as good as I do, if I can do that. And then also, if I can pay for my product, if I can maybe make a little bit of extra money to put towards some student loan payments or something to take some pressure off, that would be amazing. So that was my goal. And what happened is when I jumped in, I very quickly learned that this opportunity was beyond anything I could have ever imagined. The sky was the limit, the possibilities, the community, the friendships. And so my dreams started to get bigger and bigger and bigger, till finally I was able to quit my full-time job this last January after 2.5 years of coaching and come home and be with my kiddos full-time. I'm working in little cracks of my day. It's always crazy and chaotic, but it is so much fun because my job is now to share that same gift, pay it forward, help my challengers, help my coaches. So I actually have a little presentation I can share with you guys here. Hopefully it works. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you guys, and I'm going to kind of go through this. So I kind of shared a little bit. So there's my husband, Ben, and Caleb and Paisley. So Caleb is 5 and Paisley is 15 months. Clearly this picture's a little outdated. And this is a little bit about me. These stats about me, they won't mean a lot to you necessarily, but basically it means that I have been successful in my business, not only for myself, but also for leading my team. And I did start when I was working full-time. So Beachbody, if you don't know what Beachbody is, we were founded in 1998 as a direct marketing program. And the very first thing you can kind of think of was that it was the infomercial P90X that really revolutionized the fitness industry. And Warren Buffett will tell you there are 3 things that you want to invest in: medical products, health and fitness products, and funeral homes, because everybody has a body and take care of it, right? And so that's one of those things where the opportunity is never going to go away. But Beachbody came out with fitness and nutrition programs for all levels. So whether you are someone who does CrossFit or an ex-athlete, whether you are a pregnant mom or someone who really needs low impact, whether you like bar or cardio, dance or weights, there's really something for everybody in here. And when P90X was released in the 90s and it blew up, it revolutionized the fitness industry and was kind of the first legit at-home fitness program. What they found is that people were connecting on message boards, supporting and encouraging and coaching one another through it. And that is where the multi-level marketing opportunity came in, where all of a sudden they came up with coaches, people who will help others through it. And it is not a pyramid scheme. If you are being told that, they don't know what a pyramid scheme is. But it is a really amazing opportunity that the company has put together. And our mission is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. And the really cool part about coaching is we have all of these amazing tools right at our fingertips by a company that is Better Business Bureau rated. They're a multi-million-dollar company. In terms of when people say pyramid schemes, it's not that. A pyramid scheme is illegal, number one. Multi-level marketing is completely legal, and basically as it works is a pyramid scheme, you can never have any product exchange. We have lots of product. In a pyramid scheme, you can never surpass whoever signed you up. That is not true. So all of those things, this is just a business structure. And my husband is a finance guy. And when he decided, or when I was thinking about coaching, I had him read all of the policies and procedures, and he was blown away at the program. So that was really cool. So what is a coach? A coach is someone, we're encouragers, we're normal, we're people who are working on being healthy ourselves, on showing up daily for our own life, and want to help others do the same. We're people who are passionate about making a difference, about changing lives, about being real. We're dedicated to our own results. We are going to show up. I remember when I took this picture, I was about 6 months postpartum, and my daughter just refused to sleep through the night. And I was still there at 10 o'clock at night getting my workout in, not because I was obsessed, but because it was my job to show up. We lead by example, and we're just yourself. You are just you. And that's the beauty of this platform, is you have the opportunity to basically jump in to whatever your passions are. Beachbody does not overtake your life, and it should not. But basically, it's a platform for you to be an encourager, an empowerer, someone who inspires others just by living out your own perfectly imperfect life. And if you follow me, especially on Instagram stories, you will know that my life is a hot mess 99% of the time. My kids don't sleep. Everything's crazy, but I will just keep showing up, and I lead that by example. And so then we get to plug people into our little boot camps, and I show up for them there, which is really, really fun. So that leads me into what would we do? This was actually my very first transformation. I lost about 30 pounds doing the 21-day fix over those couple months, and my little guy was so small at the time. But our job is to run online fitness and accountability groups. So we partner people up with the right program for their goals. So it's having those conversations and really getting to know people and what they're trying to do, if they have injuries or illness or things they're working around. And then, like I said, we plug them into this accountability group where we lead by example, where I'm showing up every day. We're looking for people who want that help and camaraderie and community. And what I love about it is that you have all of these amazing tools and products. You have trainers who have written these phenomenal programs, nutritionists who've come up with all that. So you don't have to come up with anything. You're just the cheerleader. You're the person checking in on the people, making sure they're reaching those goals. We're motivated, and we basically want to invite others to join us, both in coaching and starting to build a team of other coaches who want to do that same thing and spread that ripple effect around. So it is a lot of fun. It's something that is not difficult to do. There is the learning curve. There's obviously hard work that goes behind the scenes, but this work is work that matters and makes a difference and that I just love. So this was actually my very first coach announcement post. And gosh, I get embarrassed when I look back at it because the picture was so bad and social media has changed so much. But we kind of share our journeys on social media. You can do it face to face, but I use Instagram, I use Facebook just to share my life, to share my story, to show people how I'm fitting it in and how I'm making it work, which is really, really fun. And there's so many benefits for it. I mean, you guys just watched me go to Orlando. So that was definitely an amazing retreat that I went on. But we have a phenomenal and richly layered perks and compensation plan. So there are, first and foremost, we get a 25% commission on everything, and I'll talk about that more. But then there also is all of these other bonuses and goals. So as you hit those goals, as you help people, as your team starts to grow and all of that, you get recognized by corporate. You get compensation plans. You can earn Success Club trips. I've earned 3 so far. This next year, we're going to the Bahamas on a cruise. The last couple of years have been Mexico and the Dominican Republic. There's training and development. We are a part of the #1 team in the entire network. So we have the best of the best in terms of social media training, product training, training for you as a leader. So when I came into this, like I said, I knew nothing. I just knew I wanted to help people and that I wanted to change my own life. I've had to learn all of the tools, and that's the exact same thing that we teach you. We teach you how it works. We teach you how to work in little pockets of your time. So you will have all of that development right at your fingertips. We have an entire Google Docs folder full of recipes and resources and meal plans and all sorts of things. Like, there's just so much that we can give you. The friendship has been probably the thing that I've been most surprised with. I love team, I love community, and so it's been really fun to be able to partner with women on my own team, my own challengers, and then also the broader team that we're a part of. It's the sisterhood of women that you want in your corner. They're women who are positive, go-getters, people who want to make a difference, who have big dreams and are not competitive with one another. We really share freely the resources and opportunities that we have, and it's something that I just love so much. And so there's lots of kind of the whole what to expect thing. So we have, like I mentioned, so many trainings, but you'll get plugged into our new Coach Business Builders mentorship program. It's self-paced. It's something that you can do on your own, but I designed it in a way that is for you. If you want to run to the top with me, that's what you're going to do. And so it's going to give you all those tools in your toolbox to use what you already have, which is your passion and heart for helping others. Then we have monthly trainings. There's weekly virtual hangouts and team calls. There's one-on-one training calls that we can do. All of our materials and support, like I referenced, leadership retreats like you just saw me go on. And then obviously we have a lot of fun. So making a commission, there are 3 different types of coaches, and you can see those in the graphic. So there are discount coaches, coaches who are in the business purely to just get that 25% discount. They love plugging into challenge groups, and they're just going to get kind of like a preferred customer type of thing. Then you have the hobby coach or the part-time coach, and this would be a coach who is someone who is working a few hours a week, loves the products. Maybe your mom wants to jump in with you, so you plug her in, or your best friend, but you're never leading groups. You're just kind of doing it on the side, or maybe you do lead a group once in a blue moon. You would make about the same equivalent as a tax return, is typically kind of those retail hobby coaches. And then there would be the coach who is either working towards working full-time as a coach or is working full-time as a coach. And this is someone who really is all in, a business builder, sees the multi-million-dollar potential in the business, has a heart to help as many people as possible. And we have coaches of all, like on all ends of that spectrum on our team. So like I mentioned, you get a 25% commission on any sales that are made. And those come through Challenge Pack sales, Shakeology, all of the products and programs that we have. We also have a quarterly bonus. Hey, buddy, not right now, please. We have quarterly bonuses, and cycle bonuses. And these are ones that come from as you start to build your team and build your tribe, corporate recognizes you and rewards you for that. And one thing that I really love about this business is that you rise together. If you are really wanting to go big in this business, you cannot succeed on your own. You can only succeed if you are helping others do the same. So helping other women with their health and fitness journeys, helping other women on your team start to build their dreams. It's not taking a cut of their commission or anything like that. It's really corporate just giving you those bonuses for being successful. And then also you do get that 25% discount, which is awesome. So how are you successful? People will ask me all the time, like, Abby, what is the secret sauce? And I'm really sorry about my daughter crying in the background. This has been a really rough day. But basically it's consistency. It's showing up for your own dreams. It's really seeing that long-term vision of where you want your life to go. I remember my son walking into daycare that first day, and I remember him having his big backpack and his tiny little body and sitting there in the parking lot and drawing a line in the sand. I'd been coaching as a hobby for a few months before that, but when that moment happened, I suddenly could have cared less about what anyone thought of me. And I thought, you know what? This dream life that we've built for our family isn't my dream anymore. And this opportunity is going to make the difference. I'm going to shut the door just real quick here. Sorry, mom life. Being passionate, using the products, believing in the beauty and the benefits of what we have to offer people, having a positive mindset and realizing there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be struggle, but you just keep pushing forward and learning from those things. Knowing your why, and by why I mean what that is that drives you forward. So for me, it was getting my son out of daycare and coming home full time to do this. And then inviting people to the party, not being shy about what we have to offer and what we have to give others, because that makes all the difference in the world. So how do you get started and what's next? So the kind of crazy thing, and this kind of depends on where you are at in your health and fitness journey and all that. But basically, the really cool thing is if you were to start a business, a brick and mortar business, you would be investing literally thousands of dollars into your buildings, your loans, your products, all of that. With coaching, all that you have to get is actually your own product. Your own Beachbody On Demand membership, which is like our Netflix of fitness, Shakeology, your own stuff. And so there's no monthly quotas. There are no products that you have to have all the time. There is a monthly coach fee that's $16.95, and that covers basically all of our websites and 24/7 tech support and everything that you don't have to do, which is awesome. And so that costs, basically, if you were to buy all of this separately, Shakeology, which is superfoods, it is amazing. It's something that I used to make fun of, and now I've had every day for 4 years, and it's made a huge, huge difference in my digestive system, in my energy, my sugar cravings, my hair, my OB and GYN, and my naturopath and my pediatrician all loved that I drank it while I was pregnant. So that was really, really amazing, and it's just been such a great resource in our nutrition. That is usually $130. And then Beachbody On Demand is usually $99. And actually you get all of this for $160. And so it's a crazy deal. It's a crazy discount. It wipes off that $40 coach sign up option. And so if you already have a challenge pack, you can get that $40 fee waived, which is awesome. But it really is you investing $160 in yourself. At the end of the day, you can cancel at any point without penalty. You can return everything and there's a money back guarantee. So you literally have zero risk. But the cool part is, and I think this is sometimes what hamstrings people, is you have put so little down that there really is nothing to lose. And some people don't treat it like the $1 million opportunity that it is, because you haven't invested all of that income, all of those loans. But the really amazing part is you really only did that 160. So there is that $1 million opportunity without you blowing everything up. And so I know a lot of people will be like, okay, Abby, well, 160 is a lot. And what I'll tell you is, this adds up to an $8 a month gym membership. It adds up to you getting healthy, happy, strong, making new friends, if that's the worst outcome that you have. And then at the end of the day, what is the possibility? The sky is really the limit. And I can think of a lot of $160 purchases that I've made, Target, or birthday presents or things like that have not changed my life. I think so often we're afraid to invest in ourselves because we're worried we're going to fail or people will judge us. But the truth is when you do make that step and you're ready to make that change, I cannot think of another, like I said, $160 purchase that has changed the course of my family's life, that has changed my energy, my vision, my drive, all of those things. And so it is absolutely worth every penny in my mind. So what's next if you decide to jump in with us? It is going to be jumping into new coach training, getting started. We have, we'll get you plugged into our next virtual training group. We're going to go through a getting started checklist to make sure that I know your goals and your vision, and we'll get you all started right, plugging into our big events like Summit, retreats, helping you kind of figure out your nutrition and wellness. And it's just going to be so much fun for reals. I can't wait. So that is that piece of it. And hopefully that was helpful. And I know for me, when I think of these things, I remember being so nervous, but I just had to stop and think, like, if I don't make a change, if I don't start to make a change in my own life or my own wellness, where will I be? And if I did make this change, what is the risk? What if I fail? What am I going to lose? And for me, that losing, that having my son in daycare constantly, that feeling like I was living for the weekend and we were living paycheck to paycheck and not really pursuing life. We were just kind of going through the motions. That wasn't worth it anymore to me. And I wanted something more. And it required me getting outside my comfort zone, but I was willing to do that. And so if that is you, if that speaks to you, if you're looking for community, if you're looking for something more in your life, something for yourself, this really could be the answer to it. So as your mentor, as your coach, my job is not to spoon feed you. My job is not to babysit you. I'm not your boss. You're your own boss. But my job is to plug you into all the resources, all the materials, all that I can do to help you be successful. And it's a lot of fun. And you're going to be plugged into our community. So at the end of the day, it's your decision. But I can tell you for a fact this has been some of the most fun, most rewarding, hardest working years of my life. And I know what it's like to do it when you're busy and overwhelmed and don't have any time. But I can also tell you that doing that investment has opened up doors of freedom and possibility and time that I could have only dreamed of 3 years ago. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for putting up with my kiddos, and I will talk to you guys later.